The anime begins with a little story about witches where a long time ago there were people who were at the top of the magical world, where those 7 people were called the Origin, where all the forces of those beings, their magical spells, their knowledge have been transmitted to the modern days towards the witches. Witches who, as they can help people, can also curse them. But in that case, how could we end their curse? Until now there are only 3 methods. The first being a true love's kiss from a prince on a white horse. The second method, a change of heart with a completely angry witch. And the last method is not revealed at the moment, but we do see a train arriving at a station in the Crimson City where we are introduced to 2 young hunters, where the young man named ASF tries to calm his little companion named Guido since she is impatient to find a specific witch, but still ASF assures her that they will find a witch, but it is possible that she may not be the one they are looking for. Anyway, they did not hide their intentions by going to a nearby bakery where ASF did not hesitate to ask the owner if he knew any witch nearby, but he redirected them to a girl who was looking at bread named Mari since she might know more about witches than he does. So the baker asked the young girl to help the outsiders, but Guido did not want to waste any more time, so she ordered the girl to tell her everything she knows immediately. But Asha quickly calmed her down and apologized for her, assuring that they had to forgive her, but she always gets like that every time she talks about witches. But when the young girl asked for more information, like how the witch they were looking for looked like, they did not know how she looked like, but they were glad that they knew someone who knew so much about witches. Still, the young girl assured them that they were not so lucky since the witch they are probably looking for is known by everyone in that city. Furthermore, the young girl bet them that if they wait a couple of hours, they will have all the information they need without asking anyone anything, something that the hunters could not understand. But at that moment, a loud roar shattered all the nearby windows, so Guido did not take long to go out to see what it was. But upon closer inspection, she found a giant shark, which was a magical beast attacking the city, and although the police tried to stop it, they did not last more than seconds against it. The beast, but when Asaf saw the monster, he knew it was a powerful magical beast, so the person capable of appearing to such a large beast must be extremely strong and powerful. Guido quickly assumed that it was the witch they were looking for, but the young girl appeared behind them to assure them that they are wrong because the witch does not control that monster. So at that moment we see how the police were left after facing the beast, which they encountered a beautiful woman named Ion who asked them to please take care of her food bag. Something that one of the police officers did not hesitate to do, since it was the respected witch of the city who did not hesitate to confront the great beast using a powerful spell created by herself, which when she cast it on the magical beast, it did not last a second against her, causing the spell to break and the culprit to end up destroyed. But the people around could not be happier since the witch had saved them from great danger. But all this seemed very strange to Asha since the witch seemed to be too popular in the city. To which the young girl revealed to Ash that the witch is a heroine in the Crimson City, and although Ash told the girl that she seemed very happy when she spoke of the witch, the girl admitted that it was inevitable since they are talking about her teacher, something that surprised Asha. But despite everything, they did nothing to the little one who went straight to meet her teacher, but Ash reminded Guido again that they had to stay focused on their main mission. But when he turned around, Guido had disappeared. So the police continued to thank Ion for her help since without her, they could have suffered serious casualties. But when the witch saw Mari return, she could not help but congratulate her teacher, and even more so for what will happen at night, as they will have a great party. But when the one who caused the destruction of the city starts shouting about the witch, reminding everyone that witches in the past committed atrocities and that someday she will purify them all in the city, at that moment, a crazy Guido came out to fight to try to end the witch, who with one hand could stop the attack of the crazy hunter and then with a binding spell. And although Yon had one, Guido did not give up, ensuring that they should not let the witch live since they bring great disasters. But the police seemed not to listen to her and prepared to take her to the police station, although a band of crows appeared for no reason along with a tornado behind Guido, being her friend the hunter who appeared to save her, ensuring that they should apologize to his companion since they did not come with any hostility towards their people and that they just wanted to discuss a few things with the witch. But these words did not please the people, who began to throw things at them since they had attacked their witch. For this reason, Asha had to use her own power Toscape, assuring John that they would soon see each other again. After disappearing, Mari wanted to know if her teacher knew them, but she did not say anything about it. It is quickly told that in the past in that same city, a witch used her fire magic to create hell on earth. But in the end, the witch was defeated. For this reason, the hunters went to the place where the fire of hell was sealed, where in the present is the palace where the witch resides. But all this seemed very strange to Guido since a witch does not usually live in such flashy places. But at that moment, a group of people were behind them asking if they were invited to the great witch's party. But the hunters assured that they only came for something personal. But still, Asha felt interested in the party, so she asked what it was about. But at that moment, Mari appeared to escort her guests. But after letting them in, she asked the hunters what they were doing in that place, to which they responded that they came to end her. But for this reason, Mari would not let them pass. However, Guido wanted to know why she followed a disgusting witch since all witches are horrible. But Mari assured her that it is for that reason that she will not let them pass, since people who believe that witches are something bad just because one in the past turned evil. And to try to fix things, her teacher spent the last 400 years trying to do good in the whole city to change the vision of people about witches. Even her teacher saved her in the past, and for that reason, she will not let them hurt someone so kind. This whole story almost made Asha cry, but still, he asked the young girl not to be so careless. Mari didn't know what he wanted to say, so the hunter reminded her that witches' curses are not something that can be sealed just like that. So everything was very strange, and if everything was really sealed, it had to be something stronger than a curse. And if it was something more than a curse, that would be even stranger. They keep finding strange things in their history, and even though Mari said that they are fools and want her to believe in them, the young hunter asked her that if she can't trust them, she shouldn't trust her teacher either, because every rose has its thorn. After all, we're talking about a witch who keeps secrets and dangers. But Mari didn't want to listen to them anymore because she believes that her teacher is not hiding anything, so she ended up kicking them out of the residence. But before leaving, she wanted to know one more thing. What were they celebrating? Even so, Mari was already fed up with them and ended up running away from the conversation, so Guido wanted to use brute force. However, he still wanted to go back to the hotel because he didn't want to fight a witch without analyzing the surroundings. At that moment, Jan had called people to walk in a field of flowers, but Mari warned her teacher about the two mysterious people who tried to attack her and told her bad things about her, something that the young girl disliked. After a few hours, the hunters ate and studied the situation, and that's how they encountered many problems, such as the date, the place where the fire was sealed, and why they invited so many people to the supposed party. So, Mari didn't hesitate to change immediately to prioritize her bathtub action, which made Guido happy. But when they were leaving the hotel, they encountered two police officers who had orders from the witch to capture them. For this reason, the hunter had to use his powers to defeat them. However, there were even more police officers at the exit, so the problems continued. When they returned to Mari, she had just woken up to realize that she had none of her limbs, but when she saw her teacher, she asked her to calm down because she was only turning her into a key for her doors. Mari couldn't understand anything and just asked her to stop. But to clarify, Ione told her the truth. In the past, the fire that devastated that city was a mystery, and no witch caused it. In fact, her grandmother sealed it for humanity. But since they found fire and a witch, she blamed her grandmother for causing the disaster, so they ended up taking her life. That's why Ione created that portal, which, after absorbing one of her vines, opened one of the doors to eternal fire, which began to emerge throughout the city, burning innocents mercilessly. But at that moment, the hunters appeared to fight the witch as best they could. Although Guido was no match for her, he did his best to protect all the girls. However, the witch managed to break one of his protections to open another one of her doors, and even though a Shap warned her not to open more doors, Guido appeared at that moment to show her the mark he had. This caused Ione to be somewhat under the spell of a witch, which is almost impossible to break. So, Ione simply burned Guido since she hadn't cursed him. But she asked her not to be so gentle with Guido, who almost managed to touch the witch but ended up completely impaled by sharp spikes. However, it was actually a trap for Ione, as Guido took the opportunity to kiss her, since a touch of the lips with a witch was the third way to break a witch's spell. With the kiss, some branches went straight into Asha's coffin, which she always carried for this reason. Once the spell was broken, Guido's true body was released, but this only scared the witch, who used her magic to try to shoot him. But seeing that none of this worked, she had to generate a large wind drill that she was sure would end everything. But no spell was able to stop Guido, to the point that he ended up defeating Ione with a single blow. But unfortunately, his energy was depleted. That's why later we see that Guido's body returned, as it seems that the third method is not permanently effective, and they will have to find the witch who cursed Guido if they want to break the curse. Even so, we see Mari again with her limbs and the conversation she had with the hunters, who reveal that their job is to hunt witches and bring them to the Order, which is a magical organization that controls the balance in the world, and wherever there is an evil witch, they will be there.